I had heard, I'm not going to say from who, but I had heard that you actually don't just write by yourself, that you actually have someone who works with you on the writing side.
Nope, absolutely the deadest thing you've ever said. Nope. I write everything I've ever like spit. I've never spit on another person's bar.
Ever?
Ever.
Okay. So
no one writes for me. No.
No one ever writes for you?
No one writes for me.
You have no ghostwriters?
No ghostwriters.
There's no Quentin Miller somewhere?
No. People come up, the weirdest thing is people come up like, yo man, I got bars, man. Take some of my bars and I got a verse for you. And I'm like, what? If I needed that, then I wouldn't do what I do. Like, I don't know. Not dissing other people to do it, but personally, like, I just wouldn't see the point in, I wouldn't feel the same way about the song if I hadn't created it.
Okay, so you write all your stuff 100%.
Write everything. Yep, every word.
How do you feel about ghostwriting in general?
Ghostwriting in general, I mean, I think it's up to the artist, like how they do it. As long as as a listener, I don't care. Like there was controversy over Drake or whatever. As long as the song comes out dope, like I fuck with Drake's music heavy. So I like Drake, and whether or not, he's writing it or whatever, I don't care. It's dope music. Personally though, just like on my level, I wouldn't feel the same way about the song if I, didn't have my one of my favorite things about music is when we start from nothing, just start from scratch with just a beat or something, and we make a whole, like a song. It just comes together as, like a whole project. It's dope.
It's a very interesting kind of thing because once again, we go back to the hip hop status quo. Mm-hmm. Whereas, for example, you take an incredible artist like Elton John, right? Who sold tens of millions of albums and has songs that are timeless. And Elton John has never written any of his own lyrics. Like right. Elton John has a partner named Bernie Taupin, I think. And they go into separate rooms. Like Elton John will go in one room and do the music, and then Bernie will go in the other room and do all the lyrics. Mm-hmm. And ain't no one tripping off that.
Yeah.
They look at the final product and say, great, that's dope. But once the Meek Mill Drake thing happened and, these reference tracks got released, like this is something that's gonna haunt Drake forever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even though at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
People are still gonna go to his shows, people are gonna still play his songs, whatever else. When that hip hop conversation comes about, when they talk about the greatest rappers of all time, and they'll say Biggie, they'll say Tupac, they'll say Rakim, they'll say Jay-Z, and then they'll say Drake, and someone will say, well, Drake didn't write his own shit all the time.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? And this is, for example, like the reason why people don't mention Eazy-E sometimes in the, in this conversation of the greatest rappers of all time, because Eazy-E even said, Ice Cube writes the rhymes that I say, like, and then, DOC has done an interview with me saying that he wrote, a bunch of Eazy-E songs. Now, you said in an interview that, like, Ice Cube was writing for Eazy as well.
Mm-hmm. We all were.
You all were, right.
Yeah.
But it was mostly you and Ice Cube?
No, we all were.
Everyone was going together.
Well, me, Cube, and Ren.
Okay, right.
Yeah, we were the writers.
Ice Cube was writing for Eazy-E, Draysta, BG Knockout told me that the Draysta wrote all of Compton City G's, all Eazy-E's parts, like, et cetera, et cetera. Do you think that that's something that's always going to be around? Or do you think that at one point someone's going to just break the mold and say, yeah, I don't write any of this stuff, I just perform it and I'm dope at performing it?
I don't know. I think as hip hop, it's real, like it's different, because I think in pop, like pop and all that, basically everything else other than rap, it's like known openly that there's writers and then there's singers, and I also think it's more of a, not to down rappers or whatever, shouts out the rappers, but I think singing is more of like something you have to have a voice for that. Rapping, you can pretty much, with any voice you got, you can rap, you can speak the way you're gonna speak, and I just think singing is more of like a talent in the way that you sing. So it's more like it's okay to have a writer because you're still performing, you're singing it. I just think in rap it's real frowned upon, just because rappers are expected to write it and be doing their own thing.
So if someone that you've never heard of comes to you and said, yo, listen, here's a reference track, and it's a hit, it's a smash, and you're like, yo, and he's like, yo, listen, like, I ain't got a name, I don't, you know, I'm not looking to be in front of the camera, but you could have this. You know what I'm saying? Just give me my songwriting credit, and then, you know, you're listening to it going like, yo, this is about to be the next, like, you know, the next, it's gonna be like, it's gonna take my career to the next level. Would you do it?
That's an iffy situation. If the song was super dope and I wanted to do it, and I really felt like I should do it, I would do it, and I would be, like I said, blatantly honest about it. Like, I would come out and be like, yeah, I did this dope song, this guy wrote it. Like, I made it, but this dude, he wrote it.
So,
Like,
you would just straight out?
Yeah, I'd put it on the front. Like, it.
Before it even got out?
Yeah, I'd tweet it like, hey, this dude wrote this song. There you go. Before it even, like, leaked, and then, you know, I gotta be worried about I was hiding it, and no. I'd put it right out there.
I understand that mindset because I like have that, like, because you don't believe in somebody so much, you just joke on them. Like, I'm gonna joke on you. I don't believe you. So I understand it, but you know, I want hip hop, period, like, to stop the shenanigans with that type of shit. Like, yo, motherfucker, rap, go rap.
My monthly overhead for my household and just household employees was somewhere in the neighborhood of like $1 million a month I was spending.